Hey y'all, Shanda here, and welcome to the Healing Lifestyle Podcast. I am your host, Shanda Domingo Brown, and I am bringing you and sharing with you everything healing as a lifestyle from my personal journey to my motherhood journey, family, fun, fitness, all the things. And on today's episode, I want to bring y'all three ways to start building self trust and inner confidence. So, little backstory, right? So, right now on my journey, on my healing journey, with all the work that I've been doing, I'm really figuring out who I am without the wounds, without the limiting beliefs that I've put on myself, without my spiritual wounds of generational trauma. Like, don't get me wrong, I still have a lot of things that I'm working through. I'm still well on my way in my journey, but I am very aware and very clear on what my ish is and what still needs my attention and what still needs my healing. And a part of that, while I'm still healing those things and changing my mindset and shifting my behaviors, a part of that process is building and developing self trust and inner confidence. Developing confidence and developing trust in myself, even knowing that I still have things to work on, even knowing that sometimes I'm still may not do right by people or do right by situations, whether it's intentional or not, that those things are still possible, right? And how do I how do I still trust myself? How do I still move with a certain energy of surety about myself and confidence about who I am and how I show up? And so, of course, I'm learning with that's where grace and self-acceptance comes in. But I'm also learning that that is where self-trust and inner confidence is critical. Because when you trust yourself and you know your intention and you know who you are, you can be more at peace with how you move, especially when you are still learning and you're still on your journey and you're still figuring it out. Giving yourself the space to figure it out. And I think as you do that, and what I'm learning is as you do that, that's where self trust and inner confidence becomes key. Because then you don't need anybody else's validation, anybody else's approval. Counsel is cool and wisdom is amazing. But if everyone else went away and all you had was yourself, even if you're not cool or you're not at peace with how you're moving or choices that you make, self trust and inner confidence is key in those moments. Having the energy of those to even be alive and to be tapped into. And so I just want to share with you guys what I'm learning so far and what have just been my top three ways of really tapping into the energy of self-confidence, tapping into the energy of self-trust. And y'all know I'm gonna always bring it back to healing in our chakras. That is all in our solar chakra. So your solar chakra, and if you're not familiar with chakras, chakras are energy centers. They're energy points, they're energy wheels that are in our body. And each chakra is responsible and holds the space, holds the energy for certain experiences, certain traumas, certain themes about who we are, and certain characteristics about who we are. And so the solar chakra is your core, it's your stomach, right? It is what I call your connection to yourself. That's where all that energy resides. I like to say how much you rock with you, how much you like you, how much do you know you. Themes that happen there or are personal power, self confidence, self esteem, your worthiness, your self worthiness, your value. All of that energy resides in your stomach, in your core. So things that may happen to you throughout your life where you've been put down, right? Where you have been made to feel less than, when you don't feel worthy, when you don't feel like you belong, when you don't feel deserving. That negative energy and that stagnancy resides in your body, holds it in your stomach. So that may manifest physically like ulcers, like bloating, like you do everything, you be in the gym 1,000 years and you still can't get your midsection down. That's stagnancy that your body's still holding on to. It's bigger than you just eating bread. Don't get me wrong, the bread contribute, but it's still bigger than you just eating bread. There's a spiritual buildup, there's an emotional buildup that your body needs to have the permission to face, to release, to heal, and to let go. And so all of those things are in our solar chakra. That's where it sits, that's where it resides. So when you are healing, when you are on your healing journey, you want to incorporate movements that involve your core. Yes, it could look like a crunch, but it could also look like a plank. It could also look like going on a walk and making sure that you keep your core and your stomach activated and pulled in and breathing. It could also look like rubbing your hands together to create energy within yourself and placing your hands on your stomach and just putting that energy there and being. It also looks like eating the color yellow because our solar chakra is the color yellow. So it looks like eating your squash, eating yellow bell peppers, eating things that are in alignment with the energy and the color of that chakra. All of that helps you sustain the healing work that you do on yourself when you are detoxing that chakra and even when you're putting love and light back into that chakra. Your lifestyle, how you approach it, how you eat, wearing the color yellow, painting your nails yellow, right? All of that helps sustain the energy of that solar chakra while you are doing the self trust work, the inner confidence work, the self esteem healing work. That's how you maintain your lifestyle in this healing way. Crystals that you use for meditation could look like citrine. That's one of my favorites. I do love a good orange calcite. I know orange is the sacral chakra, but listen, Linda, I love using my orange calcite on my solar chakra. Tiger's eye for courage and confidence. Pyrite. I call pyrite is like the Beyonce of crystals. Like pyrite just put a little sprinkle on there for you. They call pyrite fool's gold. It just brings out your gold, brings out your confidence, it brings out your light and allows for you to shine. So those are the way we kind of incorporate all of those things into our lifestyle. Let me go ahead, cause y'all. Let me go ahead and get off my little soapbox, and give y'all these 3 ways. Okay, so the 3 ways that I've been building self trust and inner confidence. The first thing, y'all know I love journaling. I'm a journaling girl. Journaling can also be, yes, write your gratitude, yes, have your journal prompts. But for self trust and inner confidence, I use journaling as my confidant. Like, I use journaling as my bestie, as me talking to this version of myself. We call it your higher self, right? This version of myself that doesn't have the wounds, this wise version of me. So if I am really stressed, I'm facing a big decision, I'm facing a choice, I'll pull my journal out and I'm writing. I'm writing how I feel about it. I'm writing what maybe my options can be. And I'm being honest. If I'm mad, I'm mad. I'm not gonna tell myself I'm not mad. Like I'm writing the entire situation out. What happens when you write that out, you start to build this self-trust of being able to hear yourself out. Now you don't have to call your mama and your cousin and them and get everybody's opinions because all you're doing is getting everybody's filter through their own spiritual wounds and through their own experiences as your advice. And then sometimes when we do that, when we don't like what we hear, then we want to feel away. And then we want to get defensive. Like save you and them the energy, pull out the journal, and just write the whole thing down. What happens in that moment is you're getting still. You're connecting back to yourself. And all the answers, everything we need, all the solutions we need are already down on the inside of us. The knowledge that we need is down on the inside of us, but we have to get still. We have to take a moment and we have to get still to actually be able to hear the wisdom that our spirit holds, to hear the knowledge that resides down on the inside of us. When you're on that, like what the ancestors have been telling me all week, it's been coming up in every class and in every session. Meditation and journaling is a form of meditation. Meditation is non negotiable. When you are healing and you are developing a relationship with yourself, meditation is non negotiable. There's no way around it, there's no way over or through it. Your meditation can look like a walk, it can look like actually sitting still, it can look like dancing, it can look like moving, but it's about you being intentional of turning off the phone, stepping away from the computer, and really either moving your body or staying still enough or writing to hear, to submit your questions, to submit your problems and your issues, and to actually be intentional and open to receiving and hearing and listening for the wisdom that your spirit has for you. So, journaling has been that for me. And what it has taught me is that I really will get to an answer. And what it does is it makes you feel confident about your choices. You can go into it with this surety of like, I came up with this decision. I'm not doing what somebody else told me to do. I'm not people pleasing everybody. I'm standing 10 toes down on what me, myself, and I came up with. Now, don't get me wrong. Y'all know I always say that there's nothing wrong with seeking counsel and seeking wisdom. I'm learning that it's best to know where you stand when you do that so you can keep the wisdom that resonates with you, and then you move on to the rest. But it also, journaling like this has also helped me not have to feel like I gotta call everybody to get their opinion, because that's something that I used to do all the time. I'm calling my cousin, my god sister, this person, that person, my mentor, this teacher. And A, it's not fair for me to call them and dump all my stuff onto them. B, I know sometimes that's what they're there for, and it's all good, and I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. But it also started showing me that I wasn't trusting myself, because I never even would. They'd go, well, how do you feel? And I wouldn't even know. I would never even take the time to slow down enough to just know how I feel. I just would want to call them and just tell me what to do. Just tell me what to do, and I'm just going to do whatever you say do, whether I liked it or not. Would still be getting defensive and mad and feel away, and still would just do what they told me to do because I wouldn't even slow down enough to make my own decision and to even sit with my body and my intuition to see how I feel. So journaling has really helped me not not have to put all my energy and my stuff onto everybody else, and really being able to stand 10 toes down in a decision. And what I'm also learning is that spirit and your ancestors, they will move you if you do make a decision and it's not in alignment and it's not with what you've been trying to manifest. They're gonna send you a sign. They're gonna put something in front of you to get your attention, or it's just gonna fall through and it's not gonna happen because it's not the time or it's not for you. And you can also trust that. And that's what I've been learning on that front. So, first thing, journaling, confiding in yourself first before seeking counsel from others. Okay. The second thing, this is something that I learned from a teacher called Melissa Jacobson. She's a great medium and intuitive teacher. It's called learning what yes and no feels like in your body. So this is how it works. What you do is you sit in stillness. You can either sit down or you lay down, right? You want to close your eyes and just really ground yourself. I like to do that by taking three inhales and exhales through my nose and out of my mouth. And what you do in that moment is you learn what yes and no feels like in your body. So you start off with a simple question, right? You're grounded, you're still, and you just say, for me, I would say, my name is Shanda Domingo Brown. And I pay attention to how my body responds to the truth, how my body responds to my truth, how my body responds to a yes. Maybe your throat opens up, maybe your chest opens up, maybe your body relaxes. But you start to learn what that yes, what your truth feels like in your body. You might say, if your favorite color is blue, you might say, my favorite color is orange. And then you pay attention to how your body responds to that, how your body responds to your truth, how your body responds to a yes. And then you say something no, like my name is Ashley Johnson. And then you sit with how your body responds to a no. Maybe your chest tightens up. Maybe your throat starts to close up. Maybe you get like a little tingle in your feet and you're like, okay, touche. And then you start learning what yes and no feels like in your body. So now, when it's time to think about a decision and it's time to make a choice And it's time to pay attention to how you feel. Like, do I really want to go have dinner with these people? Do I really want to go to that wedding? Do I really want to go to that birthday party? Do I really feel like calling this person back? And you can ask those things to your body. Be as clear as possible, right? Be specific. Say the name of the person, say the name of the situation, say the name of the thing. Be specific. It's just you talking to you. You not being messy. You checking in with yourself. It's just you talking to you. And ask yourself in that stillness if it's something that you want to do, if it's something that you want. Because one thing, your body not gonna lie to you. Your mind will talk you out of it because your ego will wake up and go, hold up now. Are we surviving? Do we need to be safe? Do I need to protect us? What are we doing? Your body not gonna lie to you. Just like you'll walk around and you'll mentally tell yourself that you're fine. You'll mentally tell yourself that everything's okay, and your body will be like, girl, we tired. We gonna go ahead and catch a cold now. Like our bodies are really our bestie, y'all. I'm telling y'all, like your body will keep it 100% with you. Your body will keep it a buck with you and tell you what's really going on with you. So it's so dope that we can really check in with our bodies and have this really deep, intimate relationship with ourselves. And it's another way to build self-trust and to build confidence, because then you start like, can't nobody tell you about you, because it's another way that you are learning about you. Ain't nothing anybody can tell you about you. And if anybody call you out on something, you could stand 10 toes down on there and be like, yep. Or you could be like, no, that's not me. You're projecting. Sorry. Love you so much. Because you'll know yourself that deep. So sitting and learning what yes and no feels like in your body. I like to even keep my journal next to me and remind myself and just kind of write down what I'm feeling, write down what that yes felt like, write down what that no felt like. So I kind of have my blueprint on my guide. And maybe if my body sends me like a new feeling that's in alignment with that yes or with that no, I can like add that to the list. I can add that to the list. I can add that to the thing. So that's my second thing, y'all. Learning what yes and no feels like in your body. Build that self trust, build that inner confidence. All right. And then the third thing that I have is shifting your own internal conversation, shifting your own internal compass. And so this has a lot to do with, a lot of people call it, you might know it as affirmations. Some people call it neurolinguistic programming. Some people call it reprogramming your subconscious mind. Some people call it breaking down limiting beliefs. No matter what you call it and how you resonate with it, this, if you know me, if you're a client or you've been in my class, you know I am I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it has been a game changer. It's been a game changer in my healing. I definitely feel like it was the missing piece, the last missing piece of the puzzle of the tools that I personally use on and what I needed on my healing journey. So when I say shifting your own internal conversation, what I'm saying is watch your thinking with how you talk to yourself. Watch your thinking with what you think about you. Because what it does is you stop seeking everybody's validation and you start reprogramming your mind and its responses to how you respond to you. To if you're judging you, if you are putting the pressure on you to be a people pleaser, you're putting the pressure on you to be a perfectionist. Now, don't get me wrong, those behaviors are a result of the spiritual wounds that we have down inside of our bodies. But, not but, and when we start reprogramming our mind, that our mindset, the conversations that we are having with ourselves that are attached to those behaviors, you will start to see a shift, and it will build your confidence. You will start to see a shift in how your mind and your brain responds to decisions, which then will lead to different behaviors. And y'all know I always say it is a game changer when you heal your spirit. No matter what tools you use, you're working with your ancestors. If you're using herbs, if you're using crystals, if you're using movement, sound bowls, like live your life, whatever tools you're using to heal your spirit and to heal your body, to change your energy and your cellular DNA, you have to change your mindset as well. Or I promise you, you will not feel the benefits. You will not you will not feel, you will not feel, you will not feel your healing. Not as much as you could. And I say this because I truly felt and I truly feel the difference because I was doing the work and I was not working on my mindset. And it really kept me in a very discouraged and negative headspace with if my healing was actually working, if my life would actually change. I couldn't even enjoy the blessings I was attracting because my mindset wouldn't even allow for me to have the capacity to receive the abundance that I was literally sitting in. I always say it's like somebody give you an iPhone 15. It's brand new. You ain't have to pay for it. The bills are covered. You ain't never got to want for nothing with this iPhone 15. It's the case you want. It's the cover you want. You got the charms on there. Like, it's your world. We just in it. And you like, yes, give me my phone, please. Thank you. And then you go to turn it on, and it has the operating system of an iPhone 5. And you like, child, I can't do nothing with this. That's literally how important reprogramming our mindset is when we're healing. You can't be healing your spirit and your body, and then your mind still got an iPhone 5 operating system. Like, you got to update and upgrade the whole thing: mind, body, soul, and spirit. So, shifting my internal conversations with myself has been really critical. So, for example, I had a client who had family visiting, right? And so we shifted her. We did movement, right? We did our crystal meditations. We did our visual meditations. We moved all the anxiety out of the body. And then we actually went and shifted her internal conversation that she was having, right? So instead of like, oh my God, here they come. They going to come here and do this. They going to come here and do that. It was like, no, this is my home and this will be a beautiful experience. I set wonderful boundaries and everything will work out for my highest good. My parents are very loving, and when they are in my home, we have a loving experience. And this is not to lie to yourself or to psych yourself out, but this is to shift your energy so that you can attract the highest good possible, the highest situation possible. And what it does is it allows for your brain and for your body to move in a way that is only in alignment with this new narrative, with these new expectations. And people will feel it. And you become more confident in being able to set the boundaries around the energy that you want to maintain for yourself, around the environment that you want to maintain for yourself. And the more consistent we do that, the more our confidence builds because then we get to see the power in curating and creating our reality. We get to see, like, oh, shoot, I kept telling myself that this is going to work out for my highest good, that everything is going to work out for my highest good. I say that when I don't know how to be specific about anything. When I'm not really sure what I want or how I want it to turn out, I usually just say, listen, it's just going to work out for my highest good. No matter what it is, it's going to work out for my highest good. And when you get to the other side of the choice or the decision or the situation, you are in it with this mindset and this perspective of only looking at the highest good, only attracting the highest good. Even if it's something that makes you uncomfortable, even if it's something that you don't care for, you can begin to trust and you begin to see on the other side of it, dang, that really hurt. I really didn't like the way this situation turned out, but I do see how it is working out for my highest good. It is making me more independent. It is helping me find my voice. So even if you don't like the journey or the process of it, you still find the highest good and you're maintaining your energy, your conversation with yourself, your relationship with yourself, and all at the same time, you are building your confidence. So I've been using this shifting my internal conversation. I want to just give you guys one more example of that. So I was dropping my boys off at summer camp, and um, I was just, I'm a mom, right? So I'm like worried. I want them to have a good day. This is a new summer camp. We've never been here before. This is a new environment. I don't know the teachers. Like we out here. We figuring it out and we hoping for the best. And I found myself immediately like, man, like, Lord, I don't know what's about to happen. This is about to be crazy. Like, I found myself really judging the entire situation, being super negative about the situation. And then I stopped. And you can either journal this, your internal conversation. You can say it out loud or you can start to think it to yourself. Your world, I'm just in it, right? Like I started saying, you know what? I started speaking over them. My sons trust their intuition and listen to their discernment. They are divinely protected and guided. My sons are divinely protected and guided for. They live an authentic life in their highest good, walking in their divine purpose, and they listen to their intuition and they honor their discernment. And I kept saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it until I felt my own energy shift, until my own internal conversation shift. And I kid y'all not, I went to pick them up from camp that day, and I swear it was like they had the best day of their life. I said, Lord. I said, Lord, well, come on. And it showed me the power of sending love and light, of sending energy to yourself, of sending energy to those people, of sending energy to that situation. And it's been building my confidence in what I am able to curate and create for my life, and what I'm able to see for myself, what's possible for me, and what is possible, and dare I say, expand. Like the expansion that I am deserving of. And we are all deserving of it. We are all deserving of it. And you start to actually feel it take place in your body. And you're not just like tricking yourself in your mind. Don't get me wrong, it takes work to reprogram your mind. Listen, I am new to this, okay? Not at the guru truth to this part, but what I will say is I've been doing it and I've been vigilant and I feel the difference. And so I wanted to share with you guys that I've been doing, everything that I've been doing with building self trust and inner confidence. Is just where I'm at in my journey right now. The self trust, the inner confidence, my authenticity, finding my voice. So everything that I learned, I want to share it. I hope I hope it helps you. I hope you identify with it. And if not, you can pass it along and share it with somebody else. So building the self confidence and the self trust, journaling, that's our first thing, right? Journaling, confiding in yourself first before seeking counsel for others. The second thing, learning what yes and no feels like in your body. And then the third, shifting your own internal conversation, shifting your own internal compass. Let me give y'all a little bonus. Okay. One bonus is mirror affirmations. Getting you a mirror. I don't care if it's a pocket mirror, a handheld mirror. I like using handheld mirrors. Getting you a mirror, and every morning for 5 minutes, looking at that mirror and speaking. It don't have to be affirmations, but you can just speak positivity into yourself. Today's gonna be a great day. You are beautiful. You are amazing. And sometimes it's awkward, sometimes it's uncomfortable, but it's necessary because it makes you face yourself. It makes you look at yourself. Sometimes you can just take those 5 minutes and just observe yourself and pay attention to how you think about you. Observe the thoughts that come up with how you feel about you. Because then it shows you how much work you have left to do when it comes to your self confidence and how you value yourself. I didn't want to do it for the longest. I had a mentor years ago who tried to get me to do mirror work, and I talked both of us out of it. And here I am, almost 10, 12 years later, finally able to pick up the mirror and look at myself. And it's been a journey. At first, I didn't like what I see. I was picking myself apart. And I kept doing it and I kept doing it. And I kept doing the affirmations and shifting my conversation and moving negative energy out of my body around my confidence, healing with my crystals, taking my herbs, and being consistent. And sometimes now I walk past the mirror, I be like, girl, you cute. Yeah, look at you. I see you. I see you. You know you cute. You know you cute. And it's been amazing work to be able to do on myself. So I wanted to share the mirror affirmation and then a self-gratitude list. That's gonna be the last thing. Self-gratitude list. And when I say self-gratitude list, I use this with a lot of my students because I do work with kids as well. And they're usually anywhere between ages 4 to 14. But I really use this with my kids that are between fourth and sixth grade. Because that's when they're in them preteen years, and you know that the confidence and wanting to be accepted and the peer pressure, all that starts really kicking in around that age. And so we start working on self gratitude lists. This is something that my acupuncturist had me do a while ago, And at that time, it was actually really hard for me to do it. I did it for 2 days. I was like, I can't do this. But I've been challenging myself to get back to it. And I'm seeing how, when you stay consistent with your healing, how my opinion of myself has shifted. And I see how important it is when kids do it at such a young age, because it helps you see how they feel about themselves, and if they are attaching their worthiness, their value, and their self-esteem to their own characteristics or to outside people. And so I invite you to do a self-gratitude list. And what this is you write every morning. You could do this for however long you want. I did it for the first time I did it for 7 days. Now I do it if I just kind of feel my confidence, waning. But I know they say if you do it for 21 days, it really helps you do a mindset shift. And this is a self gratitude list. I've been doing it recently because I'm like, I like me. Let's go. And you write down 5 things that you like about yourself. It could be aesthetically, it could be personality or characteristics, but it has to be about you. It can't be what like other people tell you about you. It has to be something that you truly feel down on the inside of you. So, do you think you're funny? And do you like that about you? Do you like that? Maybe you like that you like anime. Maybe you like that you love nature. Maybe you like that you're into planets and solar systems. Maybe you like your cooking. Maybe you love your eyes. Maybe you love your toes. Maybe you love that you are a clear communicator. Maybe you love that you're a mover. Maybe you love that, you're a great painter. Maybe you love that you're caring. Maybe you love that you're kind. Maybe you love that you're thoughtful. See and connect to the things that you like about you. And that also helps build your inner confidence. Because then, if it's something that you like about you, not something that you want to work on, but something that you really like about you, something that you don't have to force, not something that allows for you to defend yourself against people. I'm not saying that. I'm saying something that really makes you get happy when you think about the fact that you like this about you. Not that what people are just telling you that they like. Not the thing you don't like it about you, but you like it because it garners you respect. I'm not saying that. I'm saying what you really, really like about you. And see if it's easy, see if it's hard. Just see where you land. Ain't no right way or wrong way to do any of this. See where you land so you can know where you're at when it comes to your relationship with yourself, especially around trusting yourself and building your confidence. So, 2 bonuses for y'all. So, thank you guys so much for listening. Shoot me a message. Stay connected with me. My website is, I'll put it in the um, show notes, but it's www.domingotraining.com. I do ancestral wellness readings, private movement and meditation sessions, virtual or in person. If you're out here in New Orleans or you're visiting or you live here, I have monthly classes. I have my YouTube channel where I'm always uploading movement videos and meditation videos, all kinds of ways to stay connected. Send me any questions, send me any topics that you're curious about or you want to hear or learn more about. I'm so excited about this podcast to just be talking with y'all and sharing with y'all. And I appreciate y'all. All right, I'll see you guys next time.